Hi, my name is Sam. How are you?
I'm good. My name is Brittany.
Oh, hey, Brittany. It's good to meet you. How do you like this weather?
It's a little chilly.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Well, I love it. This is the perfect time of year for me. It's not too hot, not too cold.
Yeah, it's a little too cold for me. I'm
And
not used to it.
well, I'm a BSW major, and what that means is that I don't have my degree yet, but I'm working here as an intern, and what I'm doing all the assessments for case managers. So today, what I really want to do is get to know you a little better, and in the assessment, I'll make a report sort of so that the case manager knows a little bit more about you. Does that sound good to you?
Sounds fine.
Good. Well, first things first, I want you to feel like you can say anything you want to in here. Anything you say to me is totally confidential. It'll never leave this office. And so I want you to feel comfortable knowing that. But I also need you to know that if you do say anything to me where I feel like you're going to be a threat to yourself or to somebody else, then I'm obligated to go to my superior and let them know. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Well, I've got a paper here that if I get you to sign it for me, it's just a confidentiality form, and it's really just what I talked to you about.
Sure.
Awesome. All right. Well, we've got that out of the way, so all the formal stuff is done, and now what I hope to do is just to get to know you a little bit. I'm going to be writing some things down, so if that bothers you, don't think that I'm sitting here just writing or doodling. I'm just taking some notes so that later on I can go back and make a better report.
All right, that works.
All right. So just tell me about yourself. Why are you here today?
Well, I've really been struggling lately with schooling. That's one of the biggest things. Lately, I've been having trouble paying for schooling. It's been really difficult. I go to a pretty expensive school.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you go to school?
It's called Southern Adventist University.
I know it.
Yeah. So their tuition is pretty high,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty much on my own right now with paying for tuition.
Oh, yeah. Is it a private school? Or
It is, yeah.
Do you receive any kind of funding? Or
I get some financial aid, but it is not enough to cover the entire school bill.
Oh, right. I got you.
So that is extremely difficult for me. And this school really wasn't my first choice.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I wanted to go to a public college, but family kind of pushed me towards going to a religious school because they felt like I needed religion in my life.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's rough to hear for any time. Okay, so let me just, you're in school right now,
Mm-hmm.
and that's rough enough, I know, because, I'm going through school too, and I know it's tough. But, so you didn't really want to go to this school, to Southern, but you kind of felt forced to go because of your family.
Right.
Okay.
And at the beginning, it was just fine because, I had help paying for my schooling.
Right.
The family member that kind of pushed me in the direction to come here was helping me out with my financial issues.
Well, that's great. That's great.
But recently I just had a child. She's 3 months old.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But I did have her out of wedlock. So once that happened, my family kind of just didn't want anything to do with me because it was against the religion or their religious background.
So what happened with this? Do they still help you with the school?
No, not really. Because I did this and I have a child, they really just don't want anything to do with me because that's not something that they did. They waited till they were married to have children.
Yeah.
So because I went against that, they just don't want anything to do with me.
Just so that we can understand better, is it against the religion, or is it really a drastic belief of theirs of the Southern Adventist?
A lot of the times I hear that Adventists do not approve of premarital sex. And that is what my family members believe in as well. They believe that you should wait until your wedding night and then indulge in that kind of situation. But I was never raised in the Adventist world, so I didn't know that. I have a child now, and they kind of blame me because I have been going to this university for a few years, so I should have known.
Right.
But I wasn't raised that way, so
Right.
I didn't think anything of
and
it.
you know, things happen, and let me just say this. I think it's amazing that someone can have a baby and still go to school. That really says a lot about your character, and the fact that you're coming here now to, you know, for whatever help that you're looking for. That really says a lot about your character as well. But let me just clarify everything. I'm hearing that your family's kind of cut the strings as far as school goes because of your choice to have a baby,
Right.
and I imagine it's pretty tough as far as finances go.
It's extremely difficult. I mean, like I said, raising a 3-month-old is not easy, but
No.
going to school on top of that and trying to find money to pay for schooling, trying to find money to pay for a babysitter while I'm at school, because I can't take my daughter to classes with me. That would just be a hassle.
Right.
It's just really difficult. But I want her to grow up in a home where she knows that she'll always be taken care of, you know?
Awesome. That's great. Okay, so Brittany, what I want to do, this does not seem weird. If you woke up tomorrow morning and all of your problems were taken care of just by a miracle, what would your day be like in the morning when you woke up?
If a miracle happened,
Yeah, if it was a miracle.
I guess I wouldn't feel so overwhelmed with my situation that I'm in right now. I would have the means to be able to provide for my daughter and for myself. I guess I would be able to pay for schooling, obviously. That is one of the biggest burdens right now.
Yeah.
So if a miracle happened, I would definitely be able to pay for schooling.
That's awesome. And what I heard was you wouldn't be so overwhelmed.
Mhm.
Things would be a little bit easier.
Yeah.
You'd be able to provide for you and your baby,
Mhm.
and school would be
Mhm.
provided for as well. You'd be able to pay for school.
Right.
So after hearing those things, what do you think that are some goals maybe that you might have? What's one goal that we could work on, you know, getting one of those 3 miracles taken care of?
I guess one goal would be to possibly reconnect with my family members. Because I believe if I had my family members around, that burden would just be lifted with my daughter. You know, I wouldn't have to worry if she's being taken care of by the right people.
Right.
With family members, I would know that she's always going to be taken care of.
Absolutely.
So I think that would be one goal, is just reconnecting with family.
Cool. Well, that one goal is huge. That's a great goal to have. And I think, you know, we're kind of running out of time right now. So if on our next visit, if you're up to another visit, I would like to kind of dive into how we can how we can work on that goal. But in the meantime, have you ever kept a journal?
I haven't. No.
Okay, well, I'm going to ask you for this week, anytime you're having problems, anytime you're starting to get stressed, anytime things are kind of looking crazy, just jot it down for me. And that helps me the next time you come to visit, or the caseworker that you're going to be seeing, I'll probably be shadowing. It'll help them kind of get a better sense of what's going on after they read your assessment. So, Brittany, it was so good getting to meet you. And I hope that next week when you come in, you know, we'll really get to jump into some more of what's going on.
Yeah, that sounds great. Thank you so
All
much.
right, thanks a lot.